against UConn came to a head once again when the whistle blew. Here is video now of Dawn Staley and Geno Auriemma. This is the post-game handshake. Dawn deflecting questions about the interaction with Geno. She said repeatedly, those are questions for Geno. So Monica, when you're watching this, what's going through your mind?
What are they saying? What's that about? Now, mind you, this exchange happened, and the officials ruled that there was, I believe, 0.2 left on the clock after this happened. For all that these coaches represent in terms of being legends in the game of women's basketball, that is out of character, right? And as things have evolved post-game, Geno is out of character and, in my mind, in the wrong in this one. But I tell you what, you guys, and shout out to our colleague Andrea Carter on the traditional linear side. She called it like, we're talking more about that than the fact that South Carolina flat out outplayed UConn.
And I think that was something that, I mean, obviously you go in confidently, but it was a little unexpected. The whole world was rooting for UConn. It seemed like South Carolina had the chip on their shoulder. They came out, they laid it all on the floor. Dawn Staley was saying how they need to lay it all on the floor. It is time now. And it discombobulated it all. You know, Geno Auriemma has been very candid about his relationship with Azzi and how much he believes in her, and knowing that this is her senior year, her last chance to play. But that is the beauty of March Madness. You know your seniors are going to go on and move on. And I know Azzi Fudd was very shaken up about it. This is not how she wanted to end her career. But when it's all said and done, this was a heated exchange. It's the height of competition. These are both storied programs, great cultures, ones that have been here before. They both expect to win. They both expect excellence, and one has to lose. And I think that the feeling of that loss kind of took over in that moment.
For sure.
Two giants in the coaching game, and it is South Carolina moving on to the national championship. You heard Dawn Staley say, these are questions for Geno Auriemma.
Ask Geno Auriemma.
So in the post-game press conference, these were the questions that were asked of Geno Auriemma about his post-game interaction with Dawn Staley.
Hey, Coach, Doug Fomberg, the AP. What exactly happened in the end of the game there in the last second with the handshake line with you and Dawn?
I said what I had to say, and nothing. Nothing. For 41 years, I've been coaching, and I've been, 25 Final Fours. And the protocol is, before the game, you meet at half court. Anybody ever see that before? Two coaches meet at half court, and they shake hands. Correct? You ever see it? They announce it on the loudspeaker. And I waited there for like 3 minutes. So it is what it is.
So what Geno Auriemma was alluding to there was a pre-game handshake, a tradition that happens between head coaches. And he said he was waiting at half court for about 3 minutes. And he was heated post-game. But this was not the only time where those emotions overflowed. Let's check out his fourth quarter interview with Holly Rowe, talking about how he felt the game was being officiated and how Dawn Staley was handling the officials as well.
Well, Coach, a kind of wild turn of events. Sarah Strong's jersey is split right down the middle. I saw you speaking to the refs about it. What message did you try to convey?
Right. There were 6 fouls called that quarter, all of them against us. And they've been beating the out of our guys down there the entire game. And I'm not making excuses because we haven't been able to make a shot. But this is ridiculous. Their coach rants and raves on the sideline and calls the referee some names you don't want to hear. And now we get 6-0, and I got a kid with a ripped jersey, and they go, I didn't see it. Come on, man. This is for the national championship.
17 fouls called on UConn, 8 on South Carolina. Geno Auriemma not happy with the discrepancy there. And Lisa Leslie with a big congratulatory tweet to Dawn Staley and the South Carolina women's basketball team on an outstanding game plan executed to perfection. And she took issue with what Geno did. She said it's a real shame that Geno took the low road. We've all have to lose with class. Monica, how do you think that South Carolina, Dawn Staley, whatever it was, seemed to get under Geno's skin? Because yes, he's fiery. We haven't seen that before.
Well, I feel like South Carolina's defensive game plan was flawless, to Lisa Leslie's credit. And that's what Dawn Staley decided to focus her post-game press conference on, the ability of this team to disrupt an offense that had flowed so well throughout the season, obviously clicked at such a high cylinder. South Carolina made UConn have to put the ball on the floor and took away their catch and shoot opportunities. Every time Sarah Strong got ready to go to the paint, she was met with the body. Every time AZ Fudd was trying to get free for a screen, they was up on my girl like this, right?
Hey,
Like they
now
were
I'm so
locked
big,
in
Monica.
into the game plan. I'm sorry, Frank. Dawn Staley, she talked to us about being in the gaps and the help defense. Because of how well they can shoot the basketball, oftentimes the scheme is, okay, dribble penetrate. When the help comes, then we'll kick. But South Carolina did a great job of eating up all those opportunities. Guys, some of the numbers that stand out, 18-8 in turnovers. That's Huskies 18, Gamecocks 8 turnovers. And you look at the paint points, and that was a key that we highlighted pregame, 34-20. And so I will say this with confidence, Courtney, none of this is a story if the score looks